Thank you. You know, when I retired, I got lots of advice. You know, people were always wanting to tell me what I should do next, what I should do in the rest of my life, you know. I didn't ask for any of this advice, but I got to admit that some of it was actually pretty good advice. And even some of it that wasn't very good was at least interesting, and has enabled me to embark on some pretty interesting adventures over the last almost 9 years. So I want to share with you some of those experiences, some of the ones that, or the advice that I thought was really good, and some of the ones that just kind of interesting. Doesn't hurt to laugh once in a while. So, here's some of the advice. When my friends and colleagues heard that I was going to China to teach English, they said, set yourself free. Travel light. See the world, you know? And they followed that up by saying, get rid of the fancy car and the big house. So I did. I sold my house, I gave my car away, and just about everything else. And so, sometimes I ride a bike, but you know, I want to emphasize now, I don't even own that bike. I rented that bike. I don't even own the bike that I'm riding there. Now this suitcase that you see how big it is, all of my worldly possessions, all of the things that I now own in the world go into this suitcase. Oh, and a few things in here. That's it. I don't have anything else. I don't own a computer. I don't own a cell phone. No car. Nothing else. No property. So yeah, I travel light. And occasionally I have a travel companion, but not always. But on this occasion I was lucky enough to have Rose going with me. The funny thing was, when I first met Rose, she asked me, you know, we talked and we liked each other, and she said, well, what's your cell phone number? And I said, I don't have one. And she thought that I was putting her off, that I wasn't interested in her. That's because everybody has a cell phone. Well, but I really didn't have a cell phone. Later I called her and asked her for dinner, and she said, oh, really? I said, yeah, really. Well, where are you calling from? Well, I'm calling from the lobby of the hotel where I'm staying. I'm using the hotel phone. I said, oh, you really don't have a cell phone? Yeah, that's what I told you. I really don't have a cell phone. So, you know, just goes to show. Yeah. I don't know if this is the best piece of advice I've had, and I don't know why telling people my age would be a problem, but that's the advice I got. Never tell them. But it's provided me with some interesting moments. I usually start by asking my class to guess my age, and sometimes they have some pretty good guesses, but sometimes they're way off. I mean, they're not even close. How old are you, Jerry? How old are you? How old are you? How old are you? You're 13. Okay. Well, yesterday I had a student who was 13, like you, Jerry, and I said, how old do you think I am? And he said, 18. He said, you're 18. I said, really? So, you're 13, and I'm 18. So I'm only 5 years older than you. Good guess. And then I had somebody else. Somebody who looked a lot like Leo here. And his guess was 82. You're 82 years old. 82. You know, I wanted to slap him. 82. Can't believe it. So, no matter how ridiculous you look, no matter what your reactions are, don't tell people your age. I still don't know why. All right, well, it almost looks in this case like it doesn't matter how old I am. I'm kind of ready to, Well, this one. Not useful. Not useful advice, but again, I've kept my eye open for interesting signs. And, well, you are here. Thank you for stating the obvious. This is a sign at Pudong International Airport in Shanghai. You're walking along and you are here. Thank you. How about that? Now this is interesting. Accessible toilet. 2 words. You don't need both words. You only need this word. Toilet. You don't need this one. Accessible toilet. What good would a toilet? Accessible means you can get to it. You're able to actually get inside. Well, if you had an inaccessible toilet, what good would that be? So, you don't need the accessible part. Just toilet is enough. How about this one? This was a sign in the Philippines, outside the washroom. User fee. If you want to urinate, if you want to go pee-pee, it costs you 5 pesos. But if you want to go, it's 10 pesos. I mean, you arrive there and somebody says, good morning, sir, and what do you plan to do? And you say, now this is a problem, say, I'm not sure yet. I don't know yet. So what do? They charge you 7.5? Do they wait till you're finished and then charge you? I don't know. I've only seen that once. Only in the Philippines. Just what I'm always looking for, a cheap supermarket. Cheap supermarket. This is in China, one of their famous sites in Guilin. No striding. Do you even understand? Well, I guess I got the Chinese here, so striding. What is that? Is that this? No striding. Why can't you stride? Why is that a problem? No running, no jumping. That I understand. No jumping, no jumping, no running. You know, but no stride. Why is this a problem? If I'd like to stride, why not? Let me stride if I want. So I don't know. Oh yes. This was beside a swimming pool in Vietnam. Now this is good. You shouldn't eat or drink in the swimming pool. We know that. And this is good because it's a shallow water. You shouldn't dive in because you know what happens. So don't dive in, but breathe. you have to be told this? Don't pee-pee in the swimming pool. Don't pee-pee. And how about this? Hands up. Would any of you do that? Would any of you spit in the swimming pool? Hands up if you would spit in the swimming pool. Anybody? That's what I thought. Can you imagine someone walking up to a swimming pool where there are people swimming, children, you know, and somebody goes in the swimming pool? Never seen that happen. Great advice. You've got to eat. So, good advice. I'm drawn to places with unusual names. This is a place in Chiang Mai, Thailand. Mad Dog Restaurant. Okay, I'm gonna try that place. Mad Dog. There was another place called Monkey James Bar and Restaurant, somewhere in China. Had to try that. What do they serve? So, I like those kind of places. Street food. Oh yes. Lots of street food. This guy was selling these smoked fish in Thailand. And I eat street food, but it depends where it is. If it's Thailand, it's okay. Philippines, Cambodia, forget it. I don't eat it there. I don't do street food in Cambodia or the Philippines. How about that? How would you like some of that? They have a lot of crocodiles in Vietnam, and so they grill them. And they say it tastes like chicken, just like chicken. Dude, I didn't try it. Too disgusting. Fresh fruit, mango. Always looking for fresh fruit. Always. How about a little pickled snake? Wouldn't you like to reach in there with your chopsticks and just take a bite out of that? You just love that. Disgusting. Anyway, believe it or not, there are people who eat that. Coffee. I love coffee. This is in Thailand. There's a lot of good coffee in Asia, but nobody does it better than Thailand. They got the best coffee in Asia. And of course, I love coffee. I love to drink coffee. At some point in the day, I have to stop. Absolutely. This is good advice. Enjoy the students you teach. That's important. Even if they're kindergarten kids, at this particular class, there were 40 of them. 40 kindergarten kids in one class. And of course, they didn't understand any English. And so, well, they included, I had 2 sets of twins in this class. And the teacher said, now I think that their instructions from the teacher was, okay, you won't understand anything, just copy the teacher. Copy whatever the teacher says. Just do what the teacher does. And so today's lesson, that day's lesson was transportation. So, you know, it was like this. Car. Car. Truck. Truck. Driver. Driver. They did so well. They were so sweet, and they did such a great job. And of course, then at the end of it, I went, okay, that's great. Okay, that's great. No, you don't have to repeat everything I say. You don't have to repeat everything I say. 40 kindergarten children. And then at the back, there was a boy and a girl at the back. And I'm looking back, and the little boy is reaching over and hugging the little girl and kissing her. But you know, the little girl wasn't pushing him away. She looked like she was enjoying it. Oh, shufu. Okay, 5 years, remember, 5 years old. 5 years old. So I said to my Chinese co-teacher, I said, will you separate those two? I don't want them sitting together. 5 years old. Anyway, lots of fun. Make them, yeah, I think the other thing about being positive, make the most of your time with colleagues. This is a colleague of mine in China, Ariel. He was from Hong Kong, and we were having trouble. They were having trouble getting a picture of us because he kept moving away like this. I don't know what his problem was. I was only trying to kiss him, but I guess he didn't like it. You know, he didn't like it when I went. So that was the picture. Very often I'm traveling alone, so I join groups to go hiking or go on tours. And so this is a really cool group of people who are hiking through the rice paddies and mountains in Laos. And it was hot, very hot. 35, 36 degrees. These are a couple of ladies I met in Cambodia. Annie and Navi. And they were fun. Lots of fun. They were poor. Extremely poor. And so we did some traveling together, and I said, I have a swimming pool at my hotel. Do you want to go swimming? And they said, yeah. I said, you have bathing suits? No. Do you have a store where we can buy you bathing suits? They said, yeah, I know. So I said, I'll buy you bathing suits, then you can go swimming. Of course, I'm thinking bathing suit, one-piece bathing suit. Well, they had other ideas. So, they weren't thinking one-piece bathing suit. They were thinking something else. And I love this picture. I love this picture of Annie. She's just throwing her head back with so much This young man was in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and just a great person. And think about feeling positive. He approached me as I was sitting on a bench near the riverside, near one of the main streets. And he said, I can take you on a tour. If you need to go anywhere, I can take you. And on the back of his tuk-tuk, he has a sign, I can speak English. He had limited education, but he took classes at night so he could speak English. And he was great. Took me everywhere. And at the end of the day, I said, how much? $15, American dollars. I gave him 30. You know, I mean, he was just so great. That's true. Every day, every day, every day. This is remarkable. This is a wow moment. I'm mocking Mao Zedong and I didn't get arrested. Well, that's pretty good. And I had never seen this game before, where the head of the chicken pops up and you try to hit it. And I laughed and laughed. I thought, this is great. Hongguashu Falls in Guizhou province in China, highest waterfall in China. That looks great, but this is better. This is underneath the falls. Walk underneath the falls, the water is flashing down. Hongda National Park in Vietnam, northern Vietnam. That's the largest underground cave network in Southeast Asia, and it's magnificent. This is Xizang, a Miao village settlement in Guizhou province in China. I mean, it looks like an oil painting. Wow. Well, there are always pretty women, pretty girls, standing by, and what's better than finding a beautiful girl, a pretty lady, standing on a pile of rocks by the seashore. I mean, that's a wow moment, trust me. An unusual building. It's this hot pink building in Dong Hoi, Vietnam, northern Vietnam. I stayed there. This tall, skinny building that's pink, hot pink. Very nice family. Now I put this in because, well, this is sort of a wow moment too. This has got to be the ugliest dog I've ever seen. I mean, isn't that dog ugly? So ugly. I think so ugly. I mean, surely nobody thinks it's cute. So ugly. Oh. This is one of those wow moments I don't wish on anybody. That's from breathing in too much air in China. The air in this city I was in over a stretch of about a week got so bad, I started coughing and I blacked out. I had no air left and I blacked out on the pavement. And so that was the result. Yeah. I saved the best for last. This is one of my hotel rooms overlooking the Gulf of Thailand. That's inside the room, that's the balcony, that's the Gulf on the other side. That's what it looks like once you're actually out on the balcony. That's about, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. All you gotta do is wait 3 more hours. I waited 3 more hours, and I got to see this. It doesn't get any better than that. It really doesn't. So, the title of my piece, as you maybe noticed, was 9 years and counting. Yes, it is. Almost 9 years and counting. I'm not finished yet. I'm not finished. I'm having the greatest time of my life. And so, you say, when are you going to retire? When are you going to stop teaching? I don't know. I don't know. And I'm not going to tell you my age, because that was one of the pieces of advice I got. So, thank you very much.